Hi, if you like this channel, please subscribe because every subscription helps. Hi, this is Sean from Time and Talk. So I wanted to make a video, well, a series of videos really, in which I suggest alternatives to every model in the Rolex range. So I thought I'd start with the Datejust, and this arose really, obviously, we know about the supply issues with Rolex and it's difficult to get them and things like that, but I won't bore you with that. One thing I would like to know is whenever I make a video like this, people do say to me, you can get these from ADs. I haven't tried in the last few years because I can't just buy a Rolex just to try if you can get them from ADs. But if you have some sort of tip and secret, or if you know that you've bought one, tell me in the comments, and that would help in the instance that I'm going to tell you about now. So this came about really when a colleague was saying to me that one of their friends was soon to be 50, and they'd seen on the Rolex website the OP, the Oyster Perpetual, the blue Tiffany dial, and they were like, yeah, I'm going to get that for my 50th. It's only 5,000, and I was like, okay, I apologize, but you're not going to be able to get that for your 50th. I showed my colleague the watch finder price, which is almost 30,000, and it got me thinking, what can you do if you do want a Rolex and you can't buy one? Because people are telling me that you don't have to have a purchase history and you can get them and things like that, but I don't understand why they would sell for that price if they were that easy to get hold of. But like I said, please tell me if I'm wrong, because I genuinely do want to know. So I suggested to my colleagues some alternatives, and I just thought I'd make a video about that. And this is not a more affordable alternatives video. What I'm doing is giving my take on what would be an actual alternative to a Datejust. In this case, I'm going to do the Datejust first. So it's not, you can get an Orient President for £60 and then wear that instead. It's what would you buy if you wanted to buy as special a watch as the Datejust, as expensive in a lot of cases. So, and there are not many options, so I'm not going to go through 5 or 10 or whatever. I'm just going to say what I feel are the most like-for-like replacements, if you like. Please tell me if you think that there are any others that I've missed out. The Datejust. So there are 3, in my opinion, that I think you could buy if you originally wanted the Datejust. Actually, no, 4. So the first one is one that I've considered actually instead of a Datejust, and it's the Omega Constellation Globemaster. So I'll put a picture up on the screen. It's got a fluted bezel. Some people were saying that it's too like a Rolex Datejust when it came out, and is it copying off the Rolex? I think Omega have used fluted bezels in the past too. It's made of some special metal that doesn't degrade and things like that. It's not gold or white gold or whatever. It's 39 millimeters, and as far as I'm aware, it's got a METAS certified movement in it, so it's mega accurate. You can get various, just like the Datejust, you can get various finishes, so you can get various dial colors. You can get it on a bracelet, you can get it on a leather strap. In the main, well, it's around the same price as a Datejust, shall we say. Better value on the second-hand market because they don't hold the value like Datejust do. And obviously, if you're looking for a 36mm watch, this isn't for you. But I think this is a great watch. The only thing that I dislike about the watch is, I think it's 100-meter water resistant as well. So in that case, it does match up with the Datejust. The only thing I dislike is the movement at the back, where it's got the Constellation symbol, and for me it obscures the movement and you can't see it. But I would completely wear this. I think it's as good a watch as the Datejust. In many ways, Omega are doing things that are more technologically advanced than Datejust, than Rolex, sorry. And their designs are a little bit braver, if you like. So that's a great watch. The second one is a boring one. It's buy a second-hand Datejust. So Datejust is one of my options on my list for my next watch, and I would get a 16234. So 16234s, have a fluted bezel, you can get a Jubilee bracelet. You know, they're going to be as reliable or nearly as reliable as a new watch. A lot less money. They're creeping up in value too, so 5,000-6,000 for a really good example. But that's a forever watch. It's a great watch, and you can get them. They're relatively freely available, and that, you know, for 50, if you're buying that for someone's 50th, that is a fantastic watch that anybody could wear forever. A woman could wear it, a man could wear it. You could wear it at pretty much any age, and it would go with really any attire as well. The third watch is the Black Bay. So the Black Bay, with the one that's not a dive watch. I can't remember the Black Bay 36 and the Black Bay 41 they're called. I would get the 36. There is also a two-tone version, so I'm not sure if it is a part of the Black Bay range, this particular one, but I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. And it's like a two-tone Datejust. You know, it would wear similarly. It doesn't have the fluted bezel, but obviously that would depend upon what Datejust you wanted. The only thing that bothers me about the Tudors is that they're not solid gold. You know, it's not plated, it's capped. But part of me would feel this isn't as special as a Datejust, because obviously you've got solid gold appointments, etc. But you know, it is a nice watch. It's 100-meter water resistant. It's my least favourite from this list, but it is an equivalent for a Datejust, so that's why I'm adding it to the list. And the last but not least is also a Tudor, but a Tudor Prince or a Tudor Day. So the vintage models. So they are essentially, in many cases, particularly the Day, they look exactly the same as Rolex Datejust. Obviously the Day is the equivalent of the Date, but it would wear the same. I think some of them are 34, some of them are slightly bigger than the Datejust, but you know, for all intents and purposes, it's the same watch. It's just got an ETA movement in it. They're creeping up in value, but they're way less expensive than a Datejust, and in a way they're more interesting, you know, because they're Tudor. And again, for a 50th, that would be a great watch, particularly the Day, a two-tone Day. They're fantastic watches. It's just sometimes when I see those knocking about, they're not in great condition. So that's my list as replacements or alternatives to the Datejust. Like I said, not more alternative, not more affordable alternatives. Just literally, what could you buy if you couldn't get your hands on a Datejust? I literally cannot think of any others that are like the Datejust, because when I think of a Datejust, I think it's quite a flashy watch. It's quite a flashy watch, and for a lot of the other makers, the ones that are flashy are not in that kind of small case, traditional conservative style. So tell me if I'm wrong. Obviously, you know, maybe things like a 36mm precious metal AP Royal Oak or something like that, but I don't know whether that would be a direct replacement. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you like the channel, and thanks very much. Bye bye.